Hi guys, what's up? This is Naveed here from naveedplace.com. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you what basically CSS is. Talk about the CSS. The full form of CSS is Cascade Style Sheet. So what basically Cascade Style Sheet is, you can understand by this example. If we talk about a one building, in a one building you see that at the beginning, engineers or laborers, first they make the foundation, then pillars, and then all the blocks and color and all this thing. Same rules apply to our website. In the previous lectures we learned what basically HTML is and we made the foundation. Now the time has come when we need to understand that how to color, how to make our website look much better than before. So in order to make or in order to color, in order to make our website look good, we need to use CSS language. Before we go towards the course section, we should learn that what basically the difference between HTML and CSS and what are the differences you find. So let's see the differences. The first is, whenever we want to save our CSS file, so we write here, as you know, in the HTML we write index.html, but in the CSS we write style.css. so here we will change the extension. If you will not change the extension, you will not see the difference in CSS. So if you want to apply the CSS in your website, you need to use the extension called CSS. Now as like the index is totally up to you. If you want to give the style or your name, for example, I can also give the name naveed.css. so any name you want to give, you can give here, but the important and mandatory is to give the extension .css. Now the second is, in talk about in HTML we use tags. What we use? Tags. But in CSS we use statements. Getting me? So in HTML we call the tags, in CSS we will call statements. Now the third rule is, in order to close any of the tag, we close the tag in this way in HTML. But talk about in talk about in the CSS, so we conclude our statement by putting semicolon at the end. So if you want to complete or if you want to finish your statement, you have to put semicolon at the end. Now we have selectors. What we have? Selectors. So in CSS we have selectors and we have 4 selectors. The first is, we have, actually you can say that we have 3 or 4 methods. The first is ID method. These all are called selectors. Okay, ID method, class method, then we have tag method, and then we have multi-tag method. So you can see here we have 4 methods: ID method, class method, tag method, and multi-tag method. Now these things inshallah we will learn in the next lecture. So in this lecture what did we learn? We learned the extension, we learned the tags, the statement, and we also learned the intro to the CSS selectors. So I can teach you in this lecture, but it will be too long, therefore I am putting it in the next lecture. In the next lecture we will talk about what basically CSS selectors are and how to link the page and all things. So Allah Hafiz, fi amanillah. I'll meet you in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.